Hello and welcome to today's class. So today we are going to be making this paper bag, and I will be showing you the process step by step. But first, before I go into it, I'm going to be showing you the materials needed to make this box. The first is this white card here. It's called an art paper, and that's ART paper or ART card. Art card comes in various thicknesses. This one I'm holding is a 250 grams art card. There is the 300 grams art card also, which is a little bit thicker than this. The flexibility of this card allows you to fold, allows you to make different folds on the paper to arrive at a paper bag like this. However, this paper bag is not made from an art card. I will be showing you another material that can be used to make this paper bag. Another material that you can use is the brown paper. This brown paper is about 32 inches by 18 inches or more. This is not the regular tailor's brown paper. This is a little bit thicker, in fact like 3 times thicker than that. All right, there's one more material, and this is the biggest. This is called FBB is 36 inches wide and 49 inches long. So this FBB also comes in various thicknesses. This is 300 grams, and that is what I used to make this paper bag. It is thick enough, it's self-supporting, and you can get the best results from it. So for paper bags, I recommend 300 grams or 250 grams of card to make the paper bag. All right, so let's get into work. I'm going to be comparing these papers, these cards together, so you see the differences in their sizes. Right? So this is FBB, this is the brown paper, and this is art card. In comparison size, this is the breadth, and in comparison by length. So let's get to work. How do we arrive at this paper bag? You would realize that this paper bag has length, right? Has breadth, and it has width. Okay, so the width of this paper bag is 2 inches. That's from here to here, 2 inches. Then from here to here is 5.75, and from here to here is 8 inches. Also, there is a 1 inch fold inside where the rope is attached. 1 inch. So if I'm going to be calculating the total size of paper I need for this paper bag, so let's calculate the length of the card we're going to cut by measuring around this paper bag. So first, this is 2 inches plus 5.5. I'm going to make it 5.5 plus 2. So 2 inches plus 5.5, that's 7.5, plus 2 inches, that's 9.5, plus 5.5, that is 16. So I'm going to add another 0.5, which is the fold we cannot see that joins the box together. It's somewhere inside this. So I'll be showing you. I'm going to be drawing the diagram now, and I'm going to be turning the camera to the table, giving you the material rendition again, and then we'll go into the making of this. So let's move on to the next step. All right, so in continuation, I'm going to resketch everything I've just shown you, and I'm going to begin by drawing a rectangle. And from the rectangle, remember we said that we're going to have a 0.5 inches for infolding. You will realize what that means very soon. Then we had a 2 inches. This is the paper bag. First 2 inches, then 5.5, then 2 inches, then 5.5. So that 0.5 is what forms this joint. It's going to fold inwards. I'll show you that shortly. So 2 inches, and then 5.5, and 2 inches, and 5.5. So when you add this together, it's going to be this plus this is 11. 2 plus 2 is 4. So 11 plus 4 is 15, plus 0.5. That's going to be 15.5. I think that was a miscalculation earlier. So this makes 15.5. So let's make this 1 inch. 1.0. So that's going to be 16 inches. I made it 1.0 so that I can have, more space inside the box. So now the breadth of the box, we had 1 inch for folding inside. That's this part, 1 inch. Then from here to here, then from here to the end of the box, which is 3 inches. So this is 1 inch plus 8 inches plus 3 inches, a minimum of 3 inches. So breadth of the card I'm cutting is 12 inches. So 16 by 12 is what will give me an 8 by 4 by 5.5 by 2 inches paper bag. Okay, so let's name our materials. You can take a screenshot of this so that you can be able to make your own template later. So let me name the side. This is in fold, this is breadth, this is width, breadth, width. So this is a formula, and this is offset, length, base. So take note of it so that you can reuse it for your own paper bag making. So let's get into the making of the paper bag. I'm going to be naming materials now. First, I have a piece of FBB already cut to 12 by 16. I'm not sure. I'm going to remeasure again. I think it's more than that, but I will remeasure to resize this card. You see how big the FBB is, so it will be easier to cut in pieces to work. So next is my steel ruler. I have a 20 inches steel ruler to work with. Then adhesive. This is the industrial adhesive, popularly known as Evo-Stik. Perforators to make the hole. Scissors for scoring and cutting. Utility knife or cutter for trimming. And lastly, paper bag ropes. This is what a full paper bag rope looks like. Currently it is 900 naira in Ilorin, Kwara State. I don't know how much it will be at other places, but I hope it's not that expensive. So this paper bag rope is expected to make 100 paper bags. I have gotten a new one so that we have an idea of what a full one looks like. One would untie, and then you begin to, okay, it's also called twine, just in case you don't get that name very well, or maybe the sellers don't understand what you mean by paper bag ropes. It can also be called twine. So this is what it looks like. One can fold a particular length for the handle, and you can get up to 100 paper bags from here. Okay, so I'm going to be doing away with these materials now, and I'm going to start making the paper bag. So first I want to confirm that this is 12 by 16 inches, just like we have done here. So I'm going to keep this before me to keep checking and corresponding measurements. Okay, confirming this, it is 12. Confirming this, it is 17. So I'm going to trim it back to 16. So that's been done. Now, the first thing I want to do is the offset, length, and breadth. So this is the first method for making paper bags. I have another video for you on how to make a bulk number of paper bags when they are plain and you need to use templates. Okay, so first thing I'm going to be scoring is the 1 inch offset. So I'm using the closed end of the scissors to make light marks so that I can be able to fold the paper bag. Alright, now the next measurement, this particular method I'll be measuring every single thing I need, is 8 inches. The other method I will already have templates cut down so that I will just be using them to make the folds. I usually use templates when I have a large quantity of paper bags to make and they are not branded. Okay, so with this is the breadth. Now the length, which is going to be this 1 inch, 2 inch, 5.5, 2 inch, 5.5. That's what I'll be measuring across from left to right. So let's get to it. 1 inch, and the next is 2, and the next is 5.5. That's going to be 8.5 plus 2 now, that's 10.5, and the rest is 5.5. I'm going to repeat the measurement so that I will be joining straight lines. So always align your ruler with the straight edge of the card. 1 plus 2, that's 3, plus 5.5, that's 8.5, plus 2, that's 10.5, and the rest is 5.5. So now I'll be joining these two dots together to make straight lines. Score, then fold. What I'm doing is called scoring. So score and fold. Score and fold. Score and fold. Right, so with that you can see we have made all the marks that we need to make. The next thing to do is to apply adhesive to this offset, that 1 inch offset, okay, and apply adhesive to the other end inside and join them together like this to make a box, to make a closed end fold. So let's do that. I have a piece of straw board that I'm cutting. I will not be using scraper because it will be too big, and I'll be using it to apply the adhesive. Scoop very little, please scoop very little. Don't over scoop, very little at first, and apply. Okay, then also apply to the inner side. They're joining like this, so they're joining like this, so you'll be applying here. Don't worry if you have gum stains the first time. It's part of the learning process. Join them together. Okay. Now allow them to dry for a little while, and always remember to cover your gum so that it doesn't dry up. Okay, now I'm going to be joining them. Make sure that the edges align. The edges align. Like this. And secure tightly. Okay, now apply pressure with the base of the scissors, the handle of the scissors, to create firmness. You don't want the paper bag giving way when it is loaded. Okay, so see, we have this already formed. Now the next thing to do is to make this become foldable. So you're going to press it inward slightly and just divide it into two. Apply pressure. And do the same to the other side. Fold it inward. Join these two edges together to divide it into two. Okay, see that? See that? Right? Okay, so push it back. Now, the next thing to do now is to push it back and let this become the new edge. Okay, see that? So you have 1 inch on both sides. Push it out, and let this become the new edge. Okay, see that? Right? Now, the next thing to do is to form the base. So you turn over to the 3 inches side, the longer side, and you're going to be repeating everything I do now. Fold this up. This is the 3 inches at the base. Open it slightly and push this edge down, making sure that this line aligns with this line underneath. You see, this line and this line must align. So press it down. Apply pressure with the scissors. And do the same here. Open it. And let these two lines align. And press it down. Now, if you did it correctly, you will have this. This line is going to align with this. This fold is going to align with this. That's a sign that you are correct, and you're going to have a fold here. So I'm going to use this fold, which is the next thing. Fold inwards on this line that is here. Fold inwards. So it crosses this border a little bit. That's why we had to make it 3 inches. And apply pressure with the scissors. Then turn it over and do the same here using these lines as your guide. Let the fold be on that line created. Right? Apply pressure. Good. So now we have formed the base of the paper bag. The next thing we're going to do is to use the scissors to score. Just make a mark here. The reason why I'm going to be using scissors is if I use a pencil or a pen, I will have to either erase or leave the mark permanently there. But because I want it to be neat so that I will be able to guide the application of gum, I'm going to just mark slightly so that I will know the extent to which to apply gum. So you will notice that there is a triangle formed here with my line. So that means I'm going to apply gum to this surface and follow the mark the guideline of the triangle. Please don't enter this place. This is your limit. The same thing here, and form this triangle here. Alright, so now I'm going to apply adhesive to this part following this line. Apply to this part following this line. Please, this is the boundary. So slightly, please, a very small quantity is advised. Apply carefully. Don't be in a hurry. Apply carefully. It doesn't have to be even. Once there's adhesive on the surface, it will join properly. Okay. Right. Done. So the next thing to do is I'm going to wait a little while, just a few seconds, for this adhesive to dry up and harden a little bit. Then I'll be joining them together. You can hasten it by blowing air on the surface. Okay, now I'm going to pick the under one, this base, first. You can pick the upper one first, but whichever one you pick first, please follow this guideline. Press and join together. Alright, so now after this, you are now going to apply adhesive to this part, very little, and to this part, because this will be folding over it. Do you understand why now? So scoop a little amount of adhesive, apply to this part, very little, please, very little, and to this surface, please, this surface, also very little. Apply gently and cautiously. Okay, allow it to dry or blow on it to hasten it. Then pull this over it and press slightly, so you can see that there's no trace of gum at this base. So apply pressure, and yes, always cover your gum. Okay, so now we can loosen this up by dipping our hand inside and pushing this out. Push all the sides out, make them align here, make them align here, here. Alright, and we have our paper bag. Now this can go back inside. Go back inside. It's supposed to be flexible. Now remember that there was a 1-inch fold here, so we're going to press it inward so that we can double the place where the handle will stay. Okay, now we have done that, and look, we have another paper bag. Look at it, it's beautiful. Okay, so the next thing is to apply the ropes, and I'll be picking a perforator. This is where the perforator comes in, and my perforator is faulty, so I may have to help it get back up. Right, so having done that, I'm going to be punching 2 holes into it. Be careful not to punch a hole through the side, because it is really small. Okay, let me punch 1 hole at a time so that I don't punch a hole. Right. One hole at a time. Alright, so we have holes already punched into the perforator. If you don't have a perforator, I used to use pen, but it's not always neat. But if that's what you have, at least to get get the work finished, you can try it. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking these paper bag ropes and I'm going to be measuring a good length for my handle. I don't want it to be too long. Okay, so I'm going to just cut this. And of course you need two pieces, so cut two pieces of the same length. Good. Now you are going to make a knot. Make a knot at one end and make a knot on the other rope too. Okay, so I have two knots here and I will now attach the ropes. Start from inside, since you have already made a knot on one end, to pull and then put the other one in from outside and make a knot inside. See? Do the same thing here. Start from inside, since you have already made a knot outside. Pull inward, push from out, and make another knot. And Viola, we have our paper bag ready. I'm excited to see what you have done at your end. Let's see, we now have two. Right? So thanks for joining in today's class. I look forward to hearing from you, questions and inputs, what you think I can do better, what you think can help you understand better. And please feel free to ask your questions and do your best to practice. See you in the next video. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a bigger one using templates. But maybe first I will teach you box making first, because I know a lot of people are eager to make a box. But let's see about that. So I'll leave you to vote. What do you want first? Should I teach you how to make a bigger one using templates, or should I go into box making already? I'll be waiting for your comments. Thanks for joining. See you in the next class.